Good evening. I'm your storyteller, Carrie.
I am your grandfather.
If it's terrifying tales you're after, you are in the right place. Get comfortable, settle in, turn off the lights if you dare. Your night is about to get a lot darker. Who is to say anyway?
And here comes Luna, your holy goddess of farewell. Beautiful and terrible as the dawn, tempestuous as the sea, and strong as the foundation of the earth. All shall bow before me, worship me. Tonight, at Blue Moon Halloween, I will transform and unleash my power. Beware of all non-human beasts, but immortals don't laugh, for tonight they shall feast.
Oh, my Lady Luna, I worship you. I bow before you and I love you.
I'm your old friend Sissy.
But no longer the cute and sweet one. Today, I'm your dark and evil Sissy, the villainess who gives the shivers down to the spine.
Oh my gosh, you already got me this goosebumps and popping out. Okay, and
Anyone there help me out here?
okay, what's the problem?
I think I'm stuck here with some
You're the
thing I can
You're the
despise.
You know there's no turning back, right?
There's no one to save already.
You have already passed the point of no return.
Yeah, that is Stan. Welcome. Okay, let's just get to the topic. That's a very what should I say? That's an opening that I have never imagined. That's completely okay. Let's get to the topic. So you all know that we are holding this Eve of Nightmare Halloween event, inviting all the beloved and talented good novelists to post spooky stories in our Facebook and Discord groups. And we have collected a good load of wonderful, goosebump-arousing tales. And today, in this special episode, we have invited our editors, Luna, Cece, and Stan, to read
And Harry.
and to read to you some of our most favorite entries. Are you ready for this?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm going to read the first one, selected. And the first one is written by our talented author Joanna. It's a wonderfully written poem, and it will be presented by me. I'm kind of bad poem readers, but I will try my best. So the name of this poem is Family Reunion. Here I'm back after staying in a secret place, to the family house so grand and tall. I take one look at the arched white windows and decide I want to punish them all. Tap, tap, tap. I go on to knock. Then little Johnny opened the door. He smiles at me, so I swing my axe and watch as his head drops to the floor. Next is Jane, my sweet older sister, running down the hall with a piercing scream. I squeeze her neck before she calls the rest, and let go only when she is in an endless dream. Dear brother Jason stumbles down the stairs, raising a big bat over his even bigger head. I jack him down and he still struggles, so I stomp on his face until he is dead. Mom is hiding with a knife in hand, seeking safety in a spotless kitchen. He says, Sorry. So I vowed to make it quick and stuff her body right in the oven. That is the last, and oh boy, is he hard to find. But I take my time and save him for later. He's shaking behind his desk like the coward he is. And I swear, no revenge is ever sweeter. I have my robes ready for him and him alone. So his pleas for mercy fall on deaf ears. I tie the noose around his neck and tug very slowly, for a man like him must soak in his fears. This is what he gets for stealing pieces of me every night in a house where nobody speaks but everyone hears. You will die, he warns. But he doesn't know. I have died in his hands years and years ago. Alright, this is a very good poem. I mean, the first time I read it, I would really feel this goosebumps popping out all over my skin.
Yeah, same. But Harry, you sound too painful.
Did I read it good? I mean, I have tried my best to act this out, but still, this is a very good one. I mean, it's completely breathtaking and shocking, literally shocking.
Yeah, we all wanted to read this poem, but you know.
Okay, whatever. So who's the next?
I'm the next, and
Okay.
I wrote a really good intro for this. You must all have heard of the stories where a magical being grants you chances to make a wish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for example.
What it says? Oh, Dragon Ball.
Magic stones.
Magic stones, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
a lot
things
of
like
that,
that.
right?
Yeah.
However, never, ever make wishes on Halloween. For horrible things may happen in a twisted, spooky way. Now, let me tell you a funny nerdy story, the Halloween horror wishes. I'm dead, really. But I wasn't a few hours ago. Me and my pals were to bring what we always knew as fun this Halloween, at least we thought. We had bought our costumes weeks before the day. I was to be Dr. Frankenstein. Jack came out as the great pirate Jack Sparrow. Of course, why not Patricia, the cutest one? She was to dress up as an ugly Betty. Hilarious to say because she still would look pretty in my opinion, even at death. Nicholas, the Halloween prank star, wasn't to go. His options were a date or death, and well, he chose second. The four of us had not the belief that the end was close. The end of all of us until we met a strange old man who approached us first. It was evening, nearly dawn yesterday, when we again crashed into him. His appearance had altered a little from when we met him first. Not limping, and his eyes were a lot brighter. At least Patricia thought. She rather to be the suspicious all the time, which always turned out to be in her favor. I thought it was just the opposite. Always got everyone in trouble. Majorly contradictory of anything. Gentleman approached us, introducing himself as James Brandon Acosta, and immediately invited us to his place. We weren't to accept the invitation reasonably. We were heading home to start with our Halloween party, but he insisted, and I was polite enough to drive my pals into the tremendous horror that awaited us.
I have a bad feeling about this. This sounds bad.
Yeah, wait for it. He led us inside his house, which was a very elegant and empty as well. Only the furniture were purely black, with the rest bloomed in white, making it merely visible. Strange house, isn't it? It was on our first step on the inside when Patricia muttered, "This isn't good, guys." She repeated turning, but the door had closed tightly, not to open. At the sight of terror that was rushing out of our eyes through the mouth, Brandon turned with a scary laughter that echoed the whole house, then suddenly stopping in anger. "Welcome to what I call the wish room," said he, gesturing with his arms wide open. As the light dimmed to his words, we were planning on rushing out when he magically pulled us back to him with no touch, straight to the chairs that were laid out just for four. On the set were the tight ropes that tied themselves around each of us. We had said nothing yet out of terror and feast bust of his brutality. How could we? I mean, the guy was a witch. It was obvious. You can't fight a magician unless you want to follow death as his other game. As we kept silent to his psychotic speech, he suddenly went again, asking if we wanted to leave. Of course we wanted to leave, establishing a moment of his own, saying he was there to grant us our most wanted wishes. How though can we all think about that? We wanted us to leave the demonic house as easily as we got in, but it wasn't as hoped. I approached Patricia and gradually he stated, "Make a wish, dearest, one you've been yearning for long, and be careful, it's only one everlasting wish. Go on, don't be scared." With no breath taken or choices of thought, Patricia loudly said, "I wish to get out of here."
It seems like Santa Claus does the same thing, like asking you for a wish on the Christmas Eve.
I guess it's an
Yeah.
evil Santa Claus.
Stop ruining Christmas for me.
It's Halloween.
Stop ruining Christmas for me.
Okay,
That's
you go
Halloween.
on.
So Patricia loudly said, "I wish to get out of here." She was scared.
I wish to get over here.
Brandon, in glittered teeth, he chuckled loudly and repeated as his almost voice. He replied, "Wish granted." In a second was the quiet and blooming wind blowing at the end of our ears. Nothing was happening. I startled with a shake when Patricia was shoved up to the house ceiling with her head through on the other side.
Oh my gosh! So that's the way of her getting outside, right?
Yes.
Yeah, wish granted, literally
With her
wish
head.
granted. Okay.
We all stared up at her as I called repeatedly, "Patricia, are you okay? Please talk to me!" Continuously, I did till the end of my throat, when her blood started dripping excessively on the floor.
Gosh.
Brandon looked up hard, as if he wasn't sure about the works of his deadly gift, and with a stare of the blood dropping, he chuckled again, closing onto Nicholas. He said, "Your turn, pretty boy. Make your wish." Just as I thought, Nicholas closed his eyes to the sign of giving up. He stated, "I wish for a quiet death." "Granted," snapped Brandon. To the say, came his lips tightly closed as he suffocated inside him. I could see the pain on his face. Well, truly painful, but quiet. When blood came through his eyes and nostrils, till he couldn't startle at all. I gazed till his last breath, feeling the tears round down from my cheeks quietly. Brandon approached Jack. Passing his hands through Jack's hair, he sweetly asked, "Could you make your wish?" Out of the terror and scare we had seen both Patricia and Nicholas gone through, we didn't want to make the most stupid mistake. Humbled as he always was, he wished not to die. And Brandon froze him into a big ice cone with the words, "Stay in peace." Stop laughing, this is serious.
Okay.
Had I not realized yet that any wish wasn't a turn-out gift for me, so I didn't wait for him to ask me for my wish. "I wish you die," snapped I, and him with a laughter. Boom! He exploded like a bomb, having me in pieces too.
Oh my gosh. So it's like a non-survive tale, right? no one survived in this game,
I think
Including-
Jack survived.
including the villain himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a really freaky tale, but I wonder why Brendan, this guy,
Mhm.
did things like that. I mean, what's the point? Why is he trying to do this such things?
It's simple. He's mad.
Okay.
Yeah, just like you.
So what's your wish?
I want to become a magician. The necromancer type.
Okay, so that's a
Fair
dark
enough.
magician, necromancer.
Yes.
That's typical Luna animes.
Wait. Where's my head?
Look, Stan is tossing it around.
What? No, Stan! Give me back my head! Don't you mess with my hairstyle!
Come and get it if you can.
You're dead, Stan! I warn you! Never, ever piece of a werewolf goddess.
Oh, I have to correct you on this. I'm not old Stanley. I'm Stan's other personality, Wendy. I only do some lovely things.
This is going crazy.
Wendy,
I'm leaving this room.
Stupid.
You know,
Why Wendy? Still, I got to ask. Why
Why
Wendy?
Because Stan and Wendy live together as a couple, you know? Stan and Wendy, yeah, as a
And
couple.
what do you mean by
Oh.
lovely things? What exactly?
Lovely things is like the murder, like the killing, like something that.
like eating people
Yeah.
alive.
It's a people alive.
Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
yeah. So have you got your hat?
Interesting,
So I got the story from
Yeah,
the
here's my
Chamber
hat.
of Forester,
Anyway.
but here I made some little like modification,
Uh-huh.
and then I started.
Okay.
So sometimes I forget who I am, but there are moments with tiny, shiny glimmers of truth somewhere. They are awaiting to catch me out. I see it in my oil spell reflection, the lamps of fruit, in my jam on toast, in the water that triples from my bathroom tap. I see it, but I cannot grasp it. I may not know who I am, but I do know some certain things. Like my lights are moving against my will. They are dragging me out to the street. The black car, waiting for me outside. The sunlight of autumn is gone, replaced by the thick, cloudy darkness. I tense my muscles, trying to hold myself firm, but the muscles hated me for a long time. But my feet are carrying me forwards. The black door opened, the driver in black suit smiling at me. No eyeballs on his face. Instead, there are two black holes, and his mouth is wildly opened. He was an old man. Where are we heading to, miss? He asked it. I realized that I was a girl.
Oh, windy you are.
Ah, that's Wendy.
The
Okay.
girl was
so
lost.
meat puppet.
The girl was kidnapped. The girl was forbidden to leave her room. And now the driver is asking for my destination. What the hell should I say? My mouth was a better chatter than me. Or there are someone occupying my mind who are thinking loudly. To the end of the road, my voice sounds strange to me. The driver started the car. His hands are torturing the steering wheel. His hands, the pale, long, white fingers. The driver takes a deep, wheezing breath. We stopped in the woods. Something happened to me in the woods. Then hit in the woods. It is not the thing about deja vu. The driver took me off the car. I stood in the center, surrounded by the trees. Their reaching hands are over me. There is also something beside me, on the ground, when I feel a glimmer. The glimmer with the truth, but I peel away from it. The song is playing on the radio. The boy is singing and sounds queer. When I look down, I see that my hands are dripping with blood. It starts inching down my palm. The driver is standing behind me. He's dipping in the line by his hands. The sunset is beautiful, but there are shapes in the darkness. Faces are watching me. My daddy's face. I had two daddies, the good one and the bad one, the kind one and the mean one, the living one and the dead one. The driver is getting something in hands. They are his eyeballs. Miss Little Genius, let's play a game called Hide and Seek. You are hiding somewhere, but I will get you. But my dear father, how can you get me again if you lose your eyeballs? There was a knife in my hand. There was blood on your face. Sometimes I forget who I am. There are moments, tiny, shining glimmers of truth everywhere, waiting to catch me out. I see it in my oil spill reflection, in the lamps of fruits, in my jams on toast, in the water that trickles from my bathroom tap. I see it, but I cannot grasp it. But I knew some certain things. I have two daddies like anyone else, the good one and the bad one, the kind one and the mean one, the living one and the dead one.
What a nice and spooky poem.
Oh my gosh, that's
It's really nice.
It's really scary.
You even revisit the opening at the end, right?
So who's the
It
good
rhymes.
one?
It rhymes.
I don't get it. Who's good one?
So it's like, actually she got one father, but maybe the father
I
is
see.
sometimes good to her, sometimes bad to her, and
But both
So-
of them are dead.
yeah.
so
because-
In the
so she
end.
only have one father,
Yeah.
right? But he's some sort of like psychopath,
yeah,
and so he tortured her or something, and she
Yeah.
killed him. Is that the
yeah, it's
fact?
like something, yeah, in that narratives.
But yes, but the point is, both of them are dead.
Yeah, that's the one person.
So there is no living one.
don't know?
I don't know.
The girl
It's
is a
like,
puppet.
yeah,
So
or maybe
it's
a
like,
ghost.
so
or
it's like a
something.
dream, right?
It's like dream, bad dream, or maybe that ghost, and then something happens. As we don't know. I think the most
You
beautiful
know,
thing is
you're
we don't
Wendy.
know.
That's,
It's windy.
yeah, I'm still in this atmosphere. I kind of like freak the shit out of me.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Cece.
I'm already scared to death. I can't speak even.
Okay, let's try this.
Okay.
Under the shade of the nighty sky, in a certain part of the city, a seemingly mysterious figure had walked down into an abandoned warehouse. The area was infested with rats and fleas. Some unknown putrid stench drifted in the air. Yet, all of this wouldn't bother the figure at all. Blood is red and bone is white. Be a good child I will like. Humming randomly, the figure opened the door leading into the staircase downstairs. The lighting was poor, creating an impression of endless void within the warehouse. A cup of wine and pouring to dine. Listen for a while, and light will shine. Walking down, the figure continued to hum softly, shutting the door and locking the handle with a thick, tough chain. Placing her hand onto a lever on the right side of her. Then she pulled it down and rows of lamps glowed brightly. Proceeding to her destination, the figure halted her steps after she had arrived. Before her was a handsome young man, both hands strapped into the wall, and so did his legs. His hair was disheveled and looked more haggard than a homeless person. Dozens of scars could be seen in his upper chest and abs, freshly made as they were still bleeding profusely. Boy, oh boy, Figure walked to the young man, one step at a time, as if enjoying the sight in front of her. Wanting to savor the scene of the young man who squirmed in agony, muttering the words help incessantly. Look at all this. What a nice smile. Removing the hat which has been hiding her visage, the figure smiled. However, the smile wasn't that of a human. In fact, the rows of canine teeth, skinless lips, and a tongue that had a worm-like mouth in its teeth had shown how monstrous her existence was. Let me taste it, just for a little. Her tongue went to lick the upper chest of the young man. A small worm-like teeth started to bite right on the open scars, ripped apart the flesh under the skin in dainty bites, but the scream of pain of the young man indicated it was more than some dainty bites. Feeling as if someone drilled a small tool to wreck his wounds, or even a flock of bugs that had eaten him alive through his wounds. I guess the drug increased your pain was a great success. You were screaming louder than before. Extracting her tongue, the figure opened her mouth, displaying her sharp, yellowish teeth to the young man. The figure's eyes glinted in killing intent, feeling the exhilaration and excitement bubbled within. Now then, thank you for the meal. Shortly, the scream had echoed through the whole room, indicating the unspeakable torment inside of that warehouse. Yet, no souls would tell the tale about it, and none would have enough courage to stride around the area unhindered, for the figure had anticipated and prepared everything required to store her dinner.
Yes, Sissy.
Are you gonna sing that, Sissy?
I'm
Alright.
scared.
You sound like a pervert, and that's perfect.
Yeah, that's really. Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you. I take my bow before you, Luna.
You're so great.
This one is. It's just. So this one is a witch, right? It's like
It's
kind of
like,
witch.
yeah, kind of a witch. But witches are
No, I think
beautiful.
she's a monster.
She's so
She's a
monstrous.
monster.
Yes.
Eating people.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this is the most fearing
Maybe she's
story.
a ghoul.
Guru, yeah, Guru. This is the most fearing story.
Goosebumps,
I have
goosebumps,
heard. Yeah, I got my goosebumps.
Very.
That's just speechless on kind of empathy to say
Yeah.
about.
Also, we forgot to mention the author's name is Brandon, guys. His
Yeah, it's a
work
random
and
guy.
it's great.
It's from your Discord group, right? I think that's pretty much. for
Yeah, that's all we
today.
have
Yeah.
for this horrible day.
Yeah, I think it's
and
fine
the
enough.
night,
I
and the
got
rest of your life.
It's already the four stories can already give me like a restless night already. I was thinking maybe we should read more, but now I think that's quite enough. So thank you for listening, my
Thank
dear
you.
good
Thank you.
novelists, and thank you Luna, Cece, and Stan for
And
joining
also
us.
Wendy.
And also Wendy
Wendy.
for joining us special episode of Colony Event. Anyways, thanks for listening, my dear good novelists, and this is
And-
Gary signing off. Bye bye.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Halloween.